Howdy everybody, Tasty here, and thank you for joining me on another Random Gaming News, where today I have a few quick mentions for you, some new Cyberpunk 2077 news, and the settlement of the lawsuit that happened with Riot Games for $10 million. I also have my pick of the week, so stay tuned towards the end of the video for that, and if you are staying tuned all the way to the end, I have a little bit of giveaway news, so that way you guys can keep up to date on that. And not only that, if you are checking out the links in the description, there's a YouTuber that I found interesting down there, and I think you might as well. So why not go ahead and check them out? And if you are enjoying the video, go ahead and share it with everybody that you know. And if you do enjoy it, hit the like button to let me know that you do. Make sure that you are subscribing if you haven't already. Hit the bell icon to be notified of when I make my next video. And let's go ahead and start the show. First up for the quick mentions, we have the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, tweeting out, and it started. This week, I brought my Project Scarlet console home, and it's become my primary console. Playing my games, connecting to the community, and yes, using my Elite Series 2 controller. Having a blast. Great work by the team. 2020 is going to be an incredible year. And the big thing that really sticks out from that tweet to me really is that there are actually Project Scarlet consoles out there in the wild being played right now, connecting to the Xbox Live servers and interacting with people online, and they probably don't even know that they're playing against somebody that has a Project Scarlet console. So that is very interesting to me that they have those out there already, but not too out of the ordinary. It's just that Xbox or Microsoft in general has not said a whole lot about Project Scarlet so far. So if we can get a little bit more information, then that might clear up some of this for us here. Next, in some other Xbox news, it looks like they're going to be bringing back the onesie, because Major Nelson actually tweeted out, "Backed by popular demand and just in time for the holidays, the Xbox hooded union suit, aka onesie, is back. This time in green. I'll be dropping for limited quantities tomorrow, Thursday, December 5th, on the Xbox Gear Store. I'll remind you tomorrow when it goes on sale." So it seems the onesie is up for sale right now. If it's still available, go ahead and pick yourself up one. Next, I want to talk about a U.S. politician here, Duncan D. Hunter. He actually misappropriated hundreds of thousands of funds for his own personal gain to go on fancy trips with him and his family and to buy clothes and to do everything that he wasn't supposed to because it was meant for his campaign. One of those things that he actually purchased was over $1,000 in Steam games. He blamed one of those games on his son, but that's neither here or there. And that's really the only part that I really need to touch on for you guys to understand why this is in Random Gaming News' quick mentions, but there will be a link down to the full article down below if you guys are interested in the full story. Now on to some Cyberpunk 2077 news, where we actually did get some information from some lore books that are coming out to give us some more backstory and lore of the game, the World of Cyberpunk 2077 Deluxe Edition. We got some more names for some of the gangs in the city, and a look at the actual Night City map, which we haven't really fully seen before. And a lot of people are getting a little bit up in arms because it's not as big as The Witcher 3. And now CD Projekt Red did also say that this game is not going to be as long as The Witcher 3 either, because they want it to have a lot of replayability to it. And that's perfectly okay by my standards here. I actually played the Outer Worlds earlier this year, and that's a very good game that I feel like fits into that type of category. It was only like 20 to 30 hours long, I believe, and I feel like I can go back in and make some different choices and get a completely different game out of it. So I really think that people should wait and see with this kind of thing, because not only does this not take into something into consideration on the map is the actual vertical aspect of everything, because you can go into skyscrapers and explore certain floors and all that kind of thing. We don't know how many skyscrapers by any means, or if it's all of them or just a few of them, but it still gives us a different playing field, where The Witcher 3 was more horizontal. It was all big vast open areas for you to fight monsters or little corridors, whereas this is actually a city, so they have to recreate that and make it a little bit bigger and add a little bit denser areas to it. So I think I just really want CD Projekt Red to tell me what's going on with the game versus listening to some of the rumors or people's outcry because the map is too small. So I really think we should just wait for CD Projekt Red to give us a little more information on it rather than making our own conclusions here. Alrighty, now on to that juicy story of the day, the $10 million settlement that came from the lawsuit against Riot Games. This lawsuit was actually filed back in 2018 for perverse sexism and gender-based discrimination. And really what it boils down to is that they were biased against women, it seemed like, and the lawsuit was settled for $10 million across 1,000 ladies. The way that the payout is actually going to work for them is based on a couple of different factors: the length of employment period and whether or not they were contracted or full-time employees. So that's something that is kind of interesting to see from this kind of thing. And a spokesperson for Riot Games actually said, "We're pleased to propose a settlement to fully resolve this class action lawsuit. The settlement is another important step forward and demonstrates our commitment to living up to our values and making Riot an inclusive environment for the industry's best talent." Now, this is something that seems awfully, a little bit smaller because, the company actually did gross $1.4 billion last year from League of Legends, but the settlement actually also commits Riot Games to, making sure that they're cleaning up the internal practices that are going on, making it actually better channels for people to go through for, reporting inappropriate behavior or discrimination, also improving their hiring, their pay, and their promotion actually standings, and creating groups of inter-office people to actually track the progress of the company. It is something I do like to see, where Riot Games is now having to step up their game due to a lawsuit, but I just hope that other companies kind of take suit with this and go off, so that way they're not being sued as well, because I'd hate to see just a vast array of lawsuits go out there because people are treating women differently when really they're kind of, people too, so we should treat them kind of equally, I believe. But that's neither here or there. That's not what this is about. It's just to kind of give you some information on the lawsuit and what's to come of it. I'll leave a link down in the description of the full story so you guys can get a little bit more on there here, because they did actually, put in their first diversity director. I forget her name, but it is somebody, that's kind of great, because my job actually has that, where we have inter-office diversity and that kind of stuff, and I really feel like it's vastly inclusive, and I like to see that kind of things come from actual businesses. Alright, now we're on to Tasties Pick of the Week. The game that I've actually been playing this week is Mario Maker 2. I know it's a little bit of an older game, but I had some other games to come before it that I wanted to play, and now that I'm playing this, I'm realizing I should have picked it up when it first came out. And that's perfectly okay, because it's a game that I now get to enjoy a little bit later in the lull of things. And the reason why I've been enjoying Mario Maker 2 is because it kind of surprised me with the story itself. It's not something that's mind-blowing by any means, but it does actually, serve a purpose of actually telling a small story and giving you a little bit about how you can play the game. And I thought it'd be more of just like, hey, here's a story mission, build this kind of stuff this way, run the course this way kind of thing. But no, it actually kind of draws me in a little bit, gives me just enough of the story to actually go through and feel like it was a, pretty well built story, and then on to, the actual meat and gravy of it, which is the actual course building from other people. And I found that quite enjoyable as well, and not a lot of people are making levels that are too hard, I feel like, to really beat. Now the speedrun ones are, a little bit harder, and they get a little intense once you get up there in a little bit higher ranks with some of those levels. But I still found it quite enjoyable to play through, and I really feel like if you have a Walmart anywhere, go and pick that up, because it's still $50 there versus $60, kind of anywhere else new. But Mario Maker 2 already out. If you own a Switch, probably just go ahead and go and pick it up and treat yourself to something nice this holiday season. Alright, well, there's the video for today. I hope you guys did enjoy it. And wait a second, I am forgetting something today. Yes, I am forgetting something, and that's the giveaway. The giveaway is pretty easy and straightforward. Go ahead and follow me over on my Twitter account. There is a link in the description to that if you need to get there, but it is at Tasty Drumstick over on Twitter. And once you follow me there, come back to this video, leave hashtag follow down in the comments below. I'm running this contest all month long, so any video you leave it on, I will get get you entered in for that contest here. Once you get entered in once, you're already entered in solid and good for the rest of the month. And I might even start running these once a month, or every month, where I give away a free game here. It is a great game, and it is a Steam game, so if you don't have a computer, it is a perfect gift to give to somebody. If you don't have a Twitter account, go ahead and create one. Super easy, just need an email and a password, and you're good to go. Other than that, that is our actual end to the video today. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up. Let me know that you did. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below of anything on this video. Please make sure that you are checking out the links, because there is a special YouTuber in there that I found very interesting. I think you guys might as well. Not only that, share the video if you did enjoy it. It helps out the channel a lot if you do share it. Subscribe if you haven't already, with the bell icon turned on to be notified of when I make my next video. As always, I have been Tasty, this has been Random Gaming News, and have a wonderful fucking gaming night.